My name's Conor McDonald. I am a Nikon Europe ambassador. I'm an entertainment and wildlife photographer. It's a weird mix, my job. One day I can be in Vegas photographing people like Calvin Harris, the next day I can be in the Arctic trying to find polar bears to photograph them, so it does vary a bit. I am actually working as the behind-the-scenes photographer, so I am also photographing Amy. I've really enjoyed it, it's cool. I never get to see really how other photographers work. She's an amazing photographer and yeah, it's been really cool to work with her on this. So in each environment that I regularly shoot in, I have pretty much no control over anything besides my camera settings. The pace and speed I have to work in both environments is very challenging, it's very quick. The specific features I need out of a camera are fast shutter speed, low light capabilities, robustness especially because it needs to be able to withstand whatever I throw at it because I do throw a lot at my camera gear. My main camera body I shoot on and have done for the last 4 years is the D850. I have dabbled a little bit with the Z6 and Z7, but the main camera I keep coming back to is my D850. So I hadn't used the Z9 until yesterday morning of the first day of the shoot. And honestly, it just felt really natural to me to use because it feels very much like what I'm used to. And I actually think I'm going to struggle to go back to my D850 if I'm honest. I absolutely love it. It's everything I sort of need in a camera. The build quality of it is amazing. The capabilities of it are just outstanding. And I've taken over 2,000 shots and the battery life just hasn't suffered at all. It's just a beast. The speed and the autofocus has definitely helped me massively on this shoot. Normally I use single point autofocus and then kind of move my camera to where to frame shot, but it's pretty much the first time I've actually used the 3D autofocus and it's absolutely incredible. I can't see myself going back from not using that already. I feel like this camera will totally change the way I shoot. The performance in low light is incredible as well. It's something I really need in my job. The focusing in low light is spectacular. The Z-mount lenses are also amazing. It's a new thing for me to use and I'm really impressed with the sharpness of them as well. My favourite go-to lens is always the 24-70 and pretty much on this shoot as well, the 24-70 has been my workhorse and yeah, I absolutely love it. Having used the Z9 for the last 2 days, I can't wait to take it to a show. I can't wait to take it in nature and just test it and see how it does.
Connor, you've been shooting with the Z9 over the past couple of days, and I just want to go through some of the things that we've been talking about. I think the first one for you was how interested you were in 3D tracking.
Yeah, I've never used it before.
Yeah, so like your D850 has it, and it's a little bit different in the Z9, but like for you, it's just
never used it in my D850, and now I'm questioning why I didn't.
With 3D tracking your D850, you know, it's not going to look as actively for people's eyes, people's faces. It's obviously not going to look for cars, bikes, the stuff that we've been shooting here. And obviously you as a BTS photographer in this situation, you know, trying to shoot people in and around other subjects and lots of other cameras, lots of other people just means that your camera can lock on to that one person that you want. And if you did want to, you can go back to single point, that type of stuff. And I remember you saying like, you want single point that's better than single point.
Yeah, and that's basically what this has, which I was really amazed at. The tracking on the track, remember there was the car going around the bend and it was tracking it for so long, even after it had gone on. I was really amazed at.
So I think autofocus was a really big thing for you, especially coming from D850. And that was one of the things you mentioned about, you know, why you shoot D850, because it's what you know, and you know, I think you feel really comfortable with this. And then I think the really other big thing that for you was display, and I mean by that obviously what your viewfinder looks like, and making sure that everything's in the right place, especially coming from an optical viewfinder to an electronic viewfinder. Do you think that's been a good thing for you? You found it okay?
Yeah, definitely, and I really like the no blackout. That's what I really wasn't a fan of when I used the Z6 and Z7, just because it's very different to what I'm used to, and also in the environments I'm in, I always need to have an eye on what is going on around me. And just having that like split second of blackout, it threw me a bit, but the fact that this doesn't have it is perfect.
And I think the ability for you to customize what that viewfinder looks like in terms of the bits of the display you can turn on or off.
Make it feel like what I'm used to.
Exactly. You really wanted a center point, right? So you can add in that little center cross, and I think that made a big difference for you. One other thing that we talked about earlier, and I showed you this earlier, this is a first for us in kind of our Z series cameras, that you can turn the entire menu to a red menu.
So
and obviously from an astrophotography point of view, low light situations, that's going to be a really big thing for you, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I've only really been getting into astrophotography over the last year or so, but the red mode on it it's even something I didn't even think would be, like, it's something I never thought of, like thinking, oh, that'd be a good idea to have on a camera, but the fact Nikon have is incredible.
Amy, what do you think your favorite thing is that you've kind of discovered or you've used?
Oh, favourite thing? Probably the ability to have the autofocus, me being able to say, I want you to autofocus on this person's eyes or this car. That has taken away a lot of guesswork for me, and also the hit rate in focus for me has been something I will definitely continue to use when I'm shooting out in the wild as such.
I can't see myself going back to what I was already doing before. Like, this is what I'm going to be doing from now on, so yeah.
I suppose it's about being able to use the camera as honestly as possible for the job that we do, because we have to think so quickly about our subjects. We haven't really got time to think, you know what, if I can just set this up on a tripod, set these settings and off I go. I think being able to use the Z9 in those situations is definitely going to be a leap from the DSLRs that we've been using currently.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys have shot, and I'm really looking forward to seeing some of the shots that we've taken as well. So it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure teaching you guys about these new cameras. It's been amazing just to see the reactions on your faces, like when I tell you about a new feature and you're like, this is a thing, this is like how it works. But it's like actually then seeing you guys put it into practice is even better. So thanks so much for being here. It's been great.
Thank you so much.